We're heading to Boiling Lake. We got our rental car, cruising around like locals, listening to local music and honking at everyone, because that's what they do. It's super cool. It's nice to get off the boat, and we're just doing Boiling Lake. It's like an hour and a half drive there, hour and a half drive back, 3 hour there, 3 hour hike back. So it's a big day.
It's a commit.
Big day. So tomorrow's going to be a little bit easier. We'll bring Braddy for that adventure, but this is humans only for now. Kind of cool, behind us here we have the pipeline, and this is to transport the water for the hydroelectric plant. The water starts high, goes low, makes power. Super cool.
We are here. We finally found the trail to Boiling Lake, so we are going to start our 3-hour journey up there. It's a little chilly, so the warm water will probably feel really good. And what else do you think?
Lots of bug spray. It's jungly.
Yeah, we're wearing lots of bug spray.
Yeah, psyched. Okay, we'll see you up there. So far the trail's great. It's very well maintained. There's wood going across everywhere, so it's not very wet. And we just crossed the stream. It was awesome.
Breeze is getting the cardio in today, for sure.
Breeze does the rainforest. So I don't know, we're about an hour in, give or take. So it's supposed to be a 3-hour thing, so just keep on trucking. How's it taste?
Like marijuana. No, it really does. The water tastes like weed. I'm not sure if that's magical or what, but it's delicious and it's cold.
Here we are at the top of the crater. The view is white. Just white. Lots of white. Us, we could see a bunch of air plants, and they are called air plants because they don't need to get their water from the ground. They get it from the air.
And that comes in really handy in the rainforest because they are just collecting moisture from all the clouds that are kind of blowing through. And yeah, there's lots of cool moss, and it's pretty steep, it's pretty muddy, and definitely slippery.
Check out this view. Super cool. So behind us we have the Valley of Desolation. And there's all this geothermal activity happening. If you see behind us, you can see these deposits. This looks like sulfur deposits, and the water's super hot. It's like a really hot cup of tea, or a hot tub that's too hot to put your feet in.
And you can feel it bubbling underneath the surface, and it's super smelly, and you can feel the heat coming off the water. It's pretty neat.
It smells like if the earth had a real bad fart. 'Cause everything farts, and it always stinks. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go Boiling Lake now. This is Valley of Desolation Part 2. Turns out there's more than one Valley of Desolation. This is on our way to Boiling Lake. More desolation, which I guess is just boiling hot water. I don't know.
Finally made it to the top, or the bottom, I'm not sure, where Boiling Lake is. So Shaun is setting up the drone so we could actually get kind of a closer view to what's going on down there. And we got lost a few times, a couple detours. We ended up having a snack and waiting for other hikers to pass us so we could watch where they went so that we would know where the trail was, because it was really hard to find.
Strategy. All about strategy.
Yeah, that was our brilliant strategy, but it worked, and we got here. Now they're nowhere to be found, but that's okay. So let's see some pictures of the lake.
Oh, there you go. Now it's there. That's kind of awesome. Who's the boss?
I'm the boss!
Okay, it's time. Breeze does hot springs. This is a good temperature, so it's time. Woohoo! Let's get it.
Ah! So this makes the hike all worth it. Take a look at how gross this is. That is my gross wrinkly foot from my wet shoes. So we are soaking them now in this Breeze does road trips, day 2. This time we brought Batman. Oh, buddy. Hey. There he is, busy sniffing out the window. So we are headed to do some waterfalls and hot springs and rest and relax ourselves because we are pretty sore from yesterday's hike. Yeah, our bodies are hurting. So today we will take it easy and maybe do a rum tour or hit up a distillery or something if we can find one. And yeah, it's gonna be great.
And here we are at Trafalgar Falls. It's super cool. There are 2 falls, which is why it's plural, I guess. And they're super pretty. Really like them. They sound like waterfalls, look like waterfalls. There's a hot spring at the bottom of one. We're not going to check it out today because we're going to go see some other hot springs. And we don't have, well, I don't have my bathing suit. And we just flew the drone. Looks super neat from the drone, and psyched to see that later on.
And our legs hurt.
And our legs hurt so bad.
And it looks like kind of a mission to get up to those falls, so...
We're pretty much, I mean, I'm crippled. I feel like a cripple. It's terrible. But boy, the falls are beautiful. And now we try to walk back up these steps.
And go get Batman.
Go! We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Honey, we know the name. We are the people that you find. Oh, whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we are gonna leave.
You going in? We found hot springs, and they're letting us take Batman, which is awesome.
This is a calabash, and a calabash is not edible, but you could use it to make a bowl. So we're really excited. We need to cut it in half with a saw, like this, and then we scoop out all the stuff, and then we can make it into a bowl once it dries up. It comes from that tree over there. So George just cut this off for us. We're super excited. This will be great bowls for the boat.
Going in.
We're going in. Let's do this.
Is it relaxing? Do you feel 10 years younger? That actually feels so good.
How long have you been working here, George?
I've been working here for the past 3 years.
Cool. The water that is coming into these hot springs, where does it come from?
Basically, they come directly from underneath the mountain, under the rock, underneath the mountain. There are different areas that you will see a little iron mineral and sulfur combined. So what you basically do, you build a catchment because it is so difficult to go there. Because of the rocks, you are not able to access the water. So you have to pipe it down to the pool. There are different sections. So you have to make separate pool, catchment to different pools. One do flow into another. And because of the area, you find some of them is a little hotter in terms of temperature. You also look at the component, which you will find some of them a little more dark. You will see one a little more clearer, which gives you an indication that they are coming from different sources.
Cool. The iron, is it coming from underneath the ground from
Yes,
deposits?
from the deposit. Basically, the heat it's all volcanic activity, and when they come across to the heat comes across to the molten rock, they make that type of brown deposit, which you will find if the water is crystal clear. But yes, still you will see that over, which if you touch the sediment, you will feel it's kind of brown, which is iron minerals.
And that's what's floating
yes,
in the water?
Water, yes, which is also good for the skin.
Ah, very cool. Great. Well, thanks, George.
Okay.
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
Yes,
it was a super good
pleasure.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely calm
Also,
place.
I feel 10 years younger. Today was a good day. We just left Anchorage. We are heading to Martinique this morning. We were in Dominica for a week and it was great. We got to do a road trip. That was really fun. We were anxious to get back in the water and do some diving because it's been a while since we've been in our wetsuits. Dominica is not really suited for that kind of stuff, so Martinique looks like it's going to be great for that.
And there looks like some sweet anchorages on the east side. It's going to be rad, and it's going to be a nice sail beam reach the whole way into that. Got the fishing poles out. See how we roll.